students. In this video lecture we will discuss about applet life cycle demonstration through a program, then graphics class methods used for drawing some images on the applet window, and then passing parameters to applet. So these are the three important concepts we will discuss in this video lecture. So already in previous video lecture we have seen life cycle of an applet. Throughout the life of an applet is mainly in 4 states. So those are referred as born or initialization state, running state, idle state and dead state. So these 4 states are referred as applet is initialized, applet is started, applet is fainted, applet is stopped and applet is destroyed. So these 5 activities constitutes life cycle of a Java applet. So about this we will see by writing one program. So see this program. So here I go to create an applet for demonstrating the applet life cycle. So for that purpose I imported 2 packages similar to previous program. One is applet package and another one is AWT package. So I go to write one public class with the name applet life cycle by extending applet. So that means any user defined applet needs to extend the predefined applet class. Within that I go to initialize string type of variable str with empty string. Then I go to override init method. So this is the method of applet class. The user defined applet, that is applet lifecycle, go to override init method like this by setting the background color or applet background color. For that we use set background. So here I need to mention some color value, color constant. So the color or any color is created with the combination of red, green and blue contents. So in this example I go to create a new color with 125 red content, 125 green content or 125 blue content. So instead of this we may directly mention like this also, color. Suppose I want to make a red color for background, I need to write like this, set background color dot red. So like that foreground color is set by using the set foreground method. So these are the 2 methods used for setting the background color for applet window, setting the foreground color for applet window. By default these 2 colors, background color is, applet background color is white and applet foreground color is black. So for example if we take this window, the background color of this window is white. If we type something, those are displayed in black color, that color is referred as the foreground color. So on applet window we go to set those 2 colors, background color as red and foreground color as blue. Then whenever the applet is entered into init method, for indicating that we store that init method execution in the variable str. So we concatenate this string to the str variable like this. So after that we print this message on the console by using system.out.println prints the message, given message on the console. So with this init method development is over. Next we go to write the second method of applet. So applet, whenever the applet is loaded, that applet first executes the init method, and this is the method executed only one time. So that's why here we write initialization activities or one-time operations. So next method automatically taken for execution is start method. So for indicating that, we add the start string to the earlier str, then we go to print that message on the console. Then to indicating the stop, so here we add stop, so then we go to print that on the console or monitor. Then finally destroy, whenever we close the browser or applet window, the destroy is added to str, so then that is printed on the console. And finally paint method, so this is the method is used for draw something on the applet window, whereas system.out.println prints the message on the console. The paint method prints drawings on the applet window. So here to indicate the applet enters into paint method, we add paint to the str, then system.out.println str, so that means the concatenated string is read on the console. Then the same string we go to print on the applet window also. For printing the applet window, we need to use g.drawString, then whatever the message we want to print, that is str, in the positions 10 pixels at x-axis side, 25 pixels at y-axis side. So like this we need to write total one public class applet class is defined: init method, start method, stop method, destroy method, then paint method. These five methods constitutes applet life cycle. Then close the class, and finally we need to write applet tag in comment lines like this: applet code equal to applet life cycle. So here we can place the class name within the double quotes or not. Applet code equal to applet life cycle, width equal to 300 pixels, height equal to 300 pixels, and end of applet. Then save this program, then go to compile. So because I saved this program in D drive, move to D drive, then compile the program Java C. So here we need to give the public class name as the file name. So program is successfully compiled. Then applet running. So for that we use applet viewer, applet lifecycle dot java. We need to give the same file name because we written the applet tag within the .java file in comment lines. Then press enter. We get the applet like this. So the background color is red, I mentioned, so that's why this is the background color. Then foreground color, whatever the printing or whatever the string we written, that is printed in the blue line, blue color. So background color is red and foreground color is blue. So initially whenever the applet is loaded, that enters into init, after that start, and then paint. So these three methods are automatically executed one by one. Suppose if you want to stop the applet temporarily, click here, then So now no things are displayed on the applet because now the applet is in idle state. Temporarily applet is suspended by the execution of stop method. So that's why no things are displayed on the applet window. If you see the execution of stop, move to console. So here first init method is executed, after that init start, then init start faint. So init start faint, after that by explicitly we execute the method stop. So that is indicated here because whenever we execute stop method, we add the stop string to the str variable and we display that str variable by using system.out.println on console. So that's why this message we get init start faint and then stop. Okay, suppose if you want to resume the applet, then come to here, again we need to start, this resumes the applet execution. Now we get init start faint stop and the applet go to execute the start, not to init. So that means init method is executed only one time at starting. So that's why the one time operations are written within the init method. So when after stopping the applet, then if you restart, that enters into start method, after that enters into faint method. Okay. Suppose if you close this window, applet is enters into dead state. Applet is entered into dead state. That means this window is closed. That message we display on console. We will see that also. If we close this one, what happens we will see. So init start faint stop start faint and that enters into stop and then destroy. So that means the applet enters into destroy state by moving to stop. So after stop that enters into destroy. That means first applet is stopped, after that applet is destroyed. This demonstrates the applet life cycle. So this is a program we written that demonstrates the applet life cycle. Now we will see about graphics class object. A graphics object has a coordinate system that is illustrated below. So the coordinate system of the upper left corner is indicated with 0, 0. Then this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Anything that is drawn on the graphics object appears on the offlet. Some of the drawing methods of the graphics class object are drawString for drawing string on the offlet window in the specified position. Then drawLine draws the line on the offlet window starting from specified position. Then drawRect draws the rectangle on the offlet window from starting position specified. So like that, drawVowel for drawing the circle or vowel with the given values. So these are some important methods we use for drawing the things on the offlet window. Like that, the color class, any color is created with 3 color constants or color values. So those are red, green, blue. So if that red, green, blue content values are red 0 and green 0 and blue 0, with this combination black color is created. So that means for creating the color we may use color class constructor by giving these 3 values, or we may use this constant directly also. So like that, for creating the blue, red and green contents 0 and max blue content, that is 255. That means the each color value range from 0 to 255. So here only max blue is there, so that's why blue color is created. So then green 255 and blue 255 and red 0 with that cyan color is created, gray 128, 128, 128. So like this, by using these things we can create the different colors. So we'll see how to draw the line, rectangle and vowel. First we will see draw line. This takes total 4 parameters. So in that, x1, y1, starting coordinate to start the line drawing, then x2, y2, ending coordinate of that line. So that means to draw the line from this point to this point, the starting point is x1, y1, ending point is x2, y2. So 4 parameters we need to give for draw line. Like that, for drawing the rectangle we have drawRect method. So for this, first 2 parameters are for starting point, that is upper left corner of the rectangle. Suppose this is the rectangle, if you assume this is the rectangle, this point is the x, y. This upper left corner is the x, y. Here we start the drawing of rectangle. From this point, width is some value, this is the width, some value, and height is some value we need to give, this is the height. For drawing the rectangle we need to mention starting position to draw the rectangle, that is 2 values, and width of the rectangle and height of the rectangle. So like that, draw vowel. So draw vowel, for drawing the vowel also we need to specify starting coordinate, and then width, and then height. So actually vowel is the shape drawn within the square or within the rectangle. So we'll see this drawing of shapes by writing one example program. So this is the program I written. Two packages importing. The applet name is draw shapes. Then I written only paint method. So I use set color method. So in previous program, for setting the background color, I use set background, that sets the background color for entire applet window. Then set foreground color sets the foreground color for entire applet window. Whereas for setting the different colors for different parts of the applet window, we use set color method. So that means for rectangle I want to give one color, for oval I want to give one color. All these shapes are drawn in the same applet window. At that time, for giving different colors for different shapes or different messages, we need to use set color method. So this is for setting the foreground color. So first I said g dot set color dot black. So that means in the next line we go to draw rectangle by using draw rect. So 100 comma 100, this is the upper left corner of the rectangle. From that point 170 pixels width and 130 pixels height, one rectangle is drawn with black color. So this first line for setting the color, the second one for drawing the rectangle. So after that we go to change the color for coming drawing as red. So here we use fill vowel. So draw vowel draws unfilled vowel, whereas fill vowel, the entire vowel is filled with the specified color with the same values 200 comma 150, that is starting upper left corner, and then 120 width, 130 height. Then we go to change the color to blue. So here we go to draw the rectangle. Then green color we go to draw the vowel. Green fill rect 100 comma 500, width is 120 and height is also 120. With this, one filled square is created. So if width and height are same, then square is created, that is filled with the color. Then we go to draw one line from starting coordinate 90 70 and ending coordinate 300 comma 70, and same draw line 90 comma 70, ending coordinate 100 comma 30. So here the line 70 70 and the same y value is same, so that's why the line is horizontally created. Then finally we need to write the applet tag like this in comment lines. Then save this program. We go to compile. Java C draw shapes dot java. So program is successfully compiled. Then we go to execute by using applet viewer. applet viewer draw shapes.java. So applet is executed with the different drawings. So we drawn lines, two lines like this, and rectangle, fill oval, rectangle, draw rect, then draw oval, and then fill rect. So like this we can display or we can draw the graphics on the applet window by using draw rect, draw oval, draw line, fill rect, fill oval, etc. by setting different colors, red, green, blue, like this. So this is about graphics class. Now we'll move to discussing the parameters passing to the applets. That means through applet tag we can pass parameters to the applet. Then those parameters may be validated within the program, that we will see. So the parameters to the applet are passed by using the applet tag, the HTML tag called as param. This is the tag we use for passing the parameters to the applet runtime. Param, we need two arguments. One is name, or two attributes, name equal to a. For this is the parameter name. For this parameter we need to give some value. Here I given value equal to 200. That means parameter name is a and value associated with that parameter is 200. So like that, the second parameter name is b and value associated with that parameter is 100, and another parameter name is nm and value associated with that is Shirisha. So like this we need to give the parameters in the applet. Then we end the applet tag. So now we'll move to how to process these parameters within our applet program. I imported two packages like this. Then public class param demo extends applet, two variables, name, sum, init method. So within the init method I set background color to red and foreground color to green. Then I go to extract the parameter. Total three parameters I supplied. For extracting the parameters we have the method called getParameter. By taking that parameter name as its argument, getParameter, and then nm. This returns the parameter value, whatever the value we given. So here I given Sirisha. That value is taken into the variable name. So name is string type. That means getParameter method returns the value of type string. So we store that value into the string type of variable name. Now the name contains Sirisha. So after that I go to take another parameter by the execution of getParameter of a. So the value associated with this parameter, that is the parameter a, is returned by getParameter in string format. So we go to convert that string type of value into integer by using the wrapper class method integer.parseInt. So now the value associated with a, that is 200, that is returned by getParameter as string, then that is converted into integer by using integer.parseInt, and it taken that integer type of value into x. Now x contains the integer value 200. So like that we go to take the second parameter also associated with b, that is 100, by using getParameter and converting that into integer type and placing that into y. Now we go to add those two integer type of variables, sum equal to x plus y. So this is the activity we performed within the init method. Then we go to write the paint method. Here I go to create a font class for setting the different fonts and styles and size. We go to create a font class here. Font class is create a font f equal to new font. So this takes total 3 parameters. Font type, here I mentioned type1 dot font, or you may give Times New Roman or Arial or some other font. Then font style, so here bold, italic, like that we can give or underline. So this is font name, font style, and then font size. Total 3 parameters the font class constructor takes. Font name, here type1 dot font, font style, font dot bold, and font size 22. Then to set the font for the coming string or coming typing or drawing, we have the method set font by passing this f. That means whatever the things we go to draw, for all those things this is the font set. We go to print the message or string on the Applet window by using g dot drawString. I written hello, then name. This name is actually the value present in the variable name, that is in this example Sirisha, hello Sirisha. The sum is sum, hello Sirisha. The sum is, what is the sum value? 200 plus 100, 300. Then this message printing starts from at x-axis side 100 pixels, y-axis side 100 pixels. And also here I written one more method, that is show status. This is a method is used to display some message on the status bar of the applet. Status bar is nothing but that is present bottom of the window. That bar is called that is called status bar. On that status bar, to print something, we have the method show status. So like this we draw the program, we written the program. Then we go to run. Param demo dot Java. So program is successfully compiled. Then we go to run by using Applet Weaver. Applet Weaver param demo dot Java. Then applet is executed. So if you see hello Sirisha, the sum is 300. So because the parameters we passed, first parameter, one parameter is 200, one parameter is 100, and the third parameter is Sirisha. Total 3 values are taken here. Suppose if you change these values to 40 and then 50 and then some name Ramu, I changed the parameters and I save the program. I close this one. Then after changing the parameters, no necessity to compile the program again, because we performed the changes in the applet tag. So that's why no necessity of compiling the program again. So directly run the applet by using applet viewer and see the changes. Hello Ramu, the sum is 90. So here the changed value Ramu and the sum, the first parameter 40 and second parameter 50, sum value 90. So like this we can pass the parameters to the applets by using the tag called param tag. Okay students, that is about applets. So that means in first video lecture we have seen some basics related to applets and how to create the applet and what are the advantages of applets and how the applet is different with application and what are the types of applets, applet life cycle. Then in this video lecture we have seen applet life cycle through program demonstration. After that, graphics class for drawing the or making the paints on the applet window. After that, how to pass the parameters to the applet.